So, hello everyone, thank you, Sai. Nice to see you all here. I'm coming from Wild Vision. I'm head of legal and HR. And to be fair, Zoho Sign pretty much saved me in a way that helped finally standardize our documents. So I'm here to explain to you how well this actually worked for us. Let's start with a bit about who we are. Wild Vision is a creator-focused media company founded in 2020. I'm guessing it doesn't mean a lot for you when we say creator-focused, but what we are doing is the most cool job at the moment in the world. We're doing content syndication. We're acting in creator economy, meaning that we are one of the top 5 publishers in the Facebook worldwide, managing over 100 creator pages on Facebook. Also, we are longest-serving agency on MSN, where we have more than 500 pages and different creators. We are also working with different agencies. And to actually facilitate all of that, there is 70+ employees and subcontractors across UK, Australia, US, and Serbia. So, what do? Actually, we get your video or creator's video from YouTube, then we optimize it and edit it and make it perfect for different platforms, because we're not just dealing with the social media platforms in traditional sense of that way, which would be Facebook and Snapchat. We're also putting your content on different OTT platform, for example, Tubi, Prime Video, Roku. Then we would also license it to different AI training companies. Additionally to that, we would offer you end-to-end support. So it doesn't stop just when we publish your video. We are actually optimizing that. We do scheduling, we do thumbnailings, even community building. So what do? Well, I'm kind of an intersection of different things. I'm also dealing with the business, with the people, and with the compliance. I'm working, my primary role is in legal, where I'm dealing with the cross-border agreements every day. I'm also dealing with the privacy, compliance, HR operations. But what I love the most is automation, because it gives me the option to build processes that will help us streamline our operations, and we can build the workflows inside Zoho and Zoho Sign. Well, let's go about how it looks all before we got Zoho Sign. So we were rapidly scaling. But what was slowing us down was the actual document management. Our approvals was slowed because we are working across different time zones. We had endless email chains. You know, how does that look? How many of you actually tried to dig out a contract, the final draft in your email? Can I see show of hands? Yeah. We were all there. So you know also the situation when you have a shared drive and you're relying on this fact that somebody is going to upload the final draft, or you have a new version of a standardized document, and then it all gets blurry. You can't find what you actually need, so there is no visibility. There are manual steps which are making a lot of space for errors. So, and also, most important, there is no audit trail. So there is no complete access controls. So how did we solve that? We were looking to find a solution that will actually be good for all of our problems. And we found Zoho Sign. One of our directors started with this whole Zoho system and explained that we have one of the options there that we wouldn't have to pay additionally, because, yeah, we don't want to have additional cost. So we got one place that is for signing, for storage, and for tracking. We could get a real-time visibility. So we could actually started creating standardized templates that we then put into the workflow, as I explained, where you would have, it would go, for example, from creator to legal for approval, then to directors for signature, and then further into business. What was also one of our game-changing things here was the seamless integration with Zoho CRM. It enabled us to actually get the data directly from Zoho CRM to Zoho Sign and actually make life easier for our sales team as well. This also leads to faster turnaround across our global teams. So, as I mentioned, this is one system and one process. We started using it as well in internal documents. We used it for signed signatures of employee agreements, different HR policies, subcontractor tracts. Now everything is signed with Zoho Sign. Also, it gave us the option for automated workflows. Now, if you don't sign your contract, you won't get an email from me. Rather than that, you would get an email directly from Zoho Sign reminding you that you need to sign the document. You can also customize this, so for certain documents, if you're needing something really urgent, then you can shorten that time, for example, from 5 to 1 day. As I mentioned, CRM integration. All client agreements are now generated, sent, and tracked without in real time. So, additionally, audit trail. One of my favorite features here is the fact that whatever document you get that is signed, you can see who signed it, when, from what IP address. So everything is in one place. You have one source of truth. Additionally, that also helped us with archiving all contracts that we have, all documents that we have, so it's much easier now to find anything that we need. As I said, this is now error-proof process. We have standardized templates. There is a lot less space for any error, especially with the approval process as well. This is all our contracts are now compliant. There is no way for somebody else to change your agreement once you have sent it, which means that there is no tampering, and with audit trails, you are secure. This means also for us that all our teams, sales, operations, legal, and HR, we're all aligned on a single source of truth, which, again, gives us the option to do the less admin because nobody wants to type, and more time for strategy and innovation. That would be all. If you have any questions, I'm happy to take them. That's all right. Mm-hmm.
We're anticipating that it'll be available in the next few weeks. But I'm happy to take down your details because we can enable it for you on the back end. It's just not publicly available because we're ironing out a few issues in terms of ensuring that there is the legal parts of it is we're not taking out any missteps in terms of getting ahead of ourselves, basically. But like I said, if you want it enabled, we can enable it for you. I'll just have to take down your email address and do it for you.
Perfect. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Yep. Yes. There's another person in the front.
Actually, a question for you. You know the demo that you were showing, where at some point to follow up, you'd send the contract directly to a WhatsApp of a customer, and it just goes through. But in reality, is that the case, or would he firstly have to send you a message first? So he would send you a message, and then you'd be able to do it?
No. So what we're doing is an integration with WhatsApp Business or Meta Business. So with that, you're able to send it out as long as you have your customer's contact information. You would be able to send it out to them directly without them having to contact you first.
Okay, is that for this particular app or in general?
You mean for Zoho Sign, you mean?
Yeah.
For Zoho Sign, yes.
Just for Zoho Sign?
For Zoho Sign. But at a Zoho level, if you have Zoho One, it essentially consumes the same IM credits that you would purchase in Zoho One use messaging across other apps as well. If you have Zoho Desk, if you have Zoho CRM, where you're using IM apps to send out messages, the integration requires setting up, but the credit consumption is the same thing.
Okay, is that already in place, or will
it is already in place. It should be available in the EU data center as well.
And in the UK?
In the UK, yes.
Okay, all right, thank you.
There's somebody at the, do you have a question? Yeah, there's somebody at the last row.
Hi, thanks for the session and giving us an intro to what you do and how you use Zoho Sign. The main question I had was regarding the reminder settings, and you mentioned that there was an automated workflow that allowed you to update the reminder settings. So for example, if a customer said, I'll read your contract next week, stop reminding me, how would you be able to update or create the automated workflow for that?
So inside of the Zoho workflow, you can actually, once you send an agreement, you can click on the agreement and put in there, send a reminder. So even if a certain amount of time passed, or even when you're creating the agreement, you can put in, customize the number of days when the reminder will be sent.
Is it possible where if you update their status in the CRM, it updates the reminder settings in Zoho Sign as well? Does that have an integration that allows you to do that?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm going to have you here because for us, we didn't start with that yet.
So the reminder settings are part of the settings within the workflow. You can update that using the API. So if you want to pause reminders, you can disable it using the API. But you can later on send an ad hoc reminder depending on when the customer says they would be available again. But if you want to do it from CRM, meaning, say, there's something that you're changing in CRM and you want that to be able to trigger a reminder in Zoho Sign, that isn't part of the interface, the integration interface, but you can do that through workflow. You can use the APIs to achieve that through the workflows.
Would I be able to get your contact or get an email on that, just because I've been reaching out to support and not able to get that kind of solution just yet?
You can reach out to me. I can speak to my team and get you the API documentation for that, sure.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Have you got? Yeah, okay, there's another question.
Thank you. We have to send out annual documentation to hundreds of contractors. Are you able to kind of sort of mass email a contract, all of them?
Would this be a document that has a separate copy for each of these contractors?
Yes.
Yeah, you can. There is a bulk send functionality, and you can add the details of all these contractors in a CSV file, structure it, and then you can use the bulk send workflow to create copies of the same document, but with each of the respective contractors' information merged onto it and sent out in one shot. You can do that to up to 1,000 recipients at one time.
All right, fantastic. Thank you.
Any other questions? All right. Yeah, there's one more question.
So just about the AI feature for the generative, you said you can put in a prompt that says, this will be compliant with UK law, and you can do that for any other country. In my experience, generative AI is notoriously bad at law, so I was just interested to know, is it definitely compliant with law, or is it something you still need to get checked by lawyers? Is it getting you 80% of the way type of thing?
No, so when we say compliant by law, the process of getting it signed is compliant by law, but what is there on the text of the document itself, that is entirely down to what the AI says, what AI produces, and it does have its limitations. So if the AI is incorrect, the output is also going to be incorrect. But that's always the disclaimer that we put, like AI can do about 80 to 85% of the work for you. Remaining 15% of ensuring that it is actually in line with the law that you need is down to your discretionary decision.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. All right, any other questions? I'm glad we've got so many questions on this session. Yep. Sorry, yeah, he's just bringing the mic along. This person, yeah.
So presumably, if we're using a client portal, we can make sure, we want to make sure that the document goes to the right client. presumably we can ensure that through from CRM because it'll all be connected to specific ID for that customer to the client portal.
Yeah.
So we don't put the wrong document in the wrong client portal.
So if you're asking if the documents are going to be associated within the client portal, that is achievable because whatever documents you're sending out from Zoho CRM, they get attached to the same client records. And the way you customize the portal is going to ensure that whatever is available within the customer records is going to be visible only to those customers. But if you're asking if they can sign it from the client portal, I believe that is not possible because that is going to come, they're going to be able to sign it from their email or from their device where they're getting the document. The client portal doesn't have the signing functionality as of yet.
We would do that. We send a signed agreement to a client, they sign it through the portal. But I think they send it back to us through the portal by email, so that might be the difference. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Any other questions?
So is that a functionality that you're going to develop so it can be signed in the portal?
It can be signed within clients. It can be, but often the clients may not be residing in the same data center or they may not be within the same geographies. So we would want the clients to have the flexibility of opening it in a separate session wherein the IP address and all of that is captured. If it comes from a portal, often that operates within a controlled environment that is linked to the sender themselves and not the client. So it is not as independent or as separate. So getting the metadata that goes onto the audit trail sometimes becomes a little gray for us to be able to do that, which is why we don't have it available in CRM, but it is there in books because over there, when they sign documents, it's just a simple signature. It's not so much as entering information and so on.
Okay, I'll catch up with you on that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you.
Have you got any other questions? All right, assuming there are no other questions, I think we can move on. Yeah. So,
yeah, thank you, everyone.
You can tell me. All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into the session and asking us so many questions. I hope you had a lot to take away. I just want to leave you with this one quote that in 2030, it is estimated that you would be signing about 8 times the number of documents as you do today because more processes are going to be formalized, more governments are going to be bringing up regulation, and everything is going to be even more process-oriented. So our only vision here at Zoho is for you to have the process be entirely powered by Zoho. So thank you, everybody. And if you've got more questions, you can catch us on the sidelines. I have a booth in Hall 3. You can feel free to meet me down there and have a chat as well. But otherwise, I hope you all had a great Zoholics UK. This is the last session for this track. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Okay.